guys, welcome back to Pochi Bubble Tea Spill the Tea. I'm Cyan.
I'm Megan.
This is Ralph.
Sorry, Ralph.
This is me, Lynn.
And we're going to be talking a little bit about branding, both like related to our store and then also just kind of like what brands we like, what we think of brands. I guess we'll start off with kind of what branding is itself and how we've kind of developed our brand for Pochi. Honestly, I feel like we've come a long way with our brand.
Yeah,
like I remember
for
when we
sure.
really didn't have like a color scheme or like a strong meaning for our brand.
Yeah.
And just in the last year, we've kind of picked up on all of that.
Yeah. I mean, for us as Pochi, I remember like when we took over, there was a bit of brand awareness of like who and what Pochi is in the community since it's been there for like a long time already. But I didn't think we had like a super, super strong brand yet. And I feel like branding is like such an integral part of what a company is. And it's like literally like, I like this definition of brand where it talks about it's the identity and story of a company. Just because that really represents your brand. And I feel like when we first took over Pochi, there was a bit of a small, oh my gosh, I'm so distracted by Sadie right now.
She's going to town.
She's always our fifth guest chewing on a toy right now.
Yeah, don't mind that. There she goes. Bye.
She knew when she had to leave.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Expose me like that.
Oh my God. Okay, where was I?
Story.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I remember like, oh, she's back. Oh, no. I remember when we first took over Pochi, and I think the consensus and the general idea of what Pochi is, even back then, was just like a place where people could just like hang out, right?
Yeah,
like,
I feel like it
was the hangout spot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was my hangout
Everyone
spot.
would go there.
Yeah, it was
all
my
the schools
hangout
in the
spot.
area.
Yeah.
Like a big party.
Yeah, so I feel like back then that was our branding. Our branding
It
was
kind of
the
spoke for
hangout
itself.
spot.
Yeah. I mean, back then, too, it was a little bit more kind of grungy, I would say.
Okay, yeah, that's
right?
a good word.
'Cause, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
when
very
Pochi...
Hole in the
different
wall.
from like our Kirkland model store.
Yeah.
Like there was like, I remember like a table where like everyone like engraved their name or
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
stuff
It was
in
a
like
wood
a wood
table
table.
that everybody
Yeah.
engraved
It was
their
just, like,
names and
covered.
stuff. Yep.
We had that table for a while.
or in the
actually.
bathroom, the window.
Oh my god.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
The women's restroom.
Yeah.
And then the walls. I mean, that's how, I guess how much we didn't really have a brand like scheme, because the walls were green, yellow, orange, red. I think were the four colors.
Primary colors.
The furniture was all
Interesting choice
mismatched.
for sure.
I think it was like concrete tables.
Concrete tables.
Oh yeah.
Yep, just giant concrete tables are really heavy.
Yeah, random couches, random tables.
I mean, I guess the purpose of them were just to basically be destroyed, I guess. Like,
I think
Based
that
on the
helped
crowd
with
that
the
was coming
vibe
in.
back then, though, because
Yeah.
like
It was the vibe.
people just felt comfortable just hanging out
Yeah,
for
it
a
was
while.
like a comfort thing.
Yeah.
Yep. But then, of course, I remember when we first took over, it wasn't as clean as it is now.
Oh,
So
for
I remember
sure.
like really spending some time degreasing the floors and like, oh, it actually has color under there.
who would have
So-
thought?
Yeah, it was
really
crazy.
scary.
So now that we've kind of rebranded, it's kind of nice to see the change, because everything's a little bit cleaner, a little bit more. Pochi's a little bit more modernized, but still kind of a homey. It's still kind of comfortable.
For sure.
Yeah. So I guess, should we go over how we built our brand?
Yeah.
Because like we came into Pochi kind of with very little branding. And I feel like a big part of branding is also like just the overall experience of coming in, for a brick and mortar at least, right? It's that overall experience of coming into our store and what you think of it, how you feel. And I know a huge part of that we wanted to keep was the whole hangout spot.
Yep.
like keeping it a hangout spot, keeping it where it was comfortable for people to come in and hang out at. And I know when we first took over, something that we saw that wasn't necessarily happening already was having it be a welcoming place for everyone.
Yep.
Because it was a very welcoming place for like a lot of the teens.
Oh, for sure.
And that was our main demographic,
Yeah.
right? So all the teens loved it. Everyone, like we all heard about it. We've hung out there. But I did notice when we first took over that like a lot of the adults coming in
Probably feel like intimidated
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
Yep.
out of
Not
place.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know a huge part of when we first took over, part of that was improving our customer service and really making it a comfortable space that felt welcoming to everyone, not just the teens, not just the people coming in to hang out, but literally all types of customers.
Yep. And that's part of branding, right? It's your customer service.
Yeah.
yeah,
People
big
get to
part.
know you for your customer service, not just the product.
Yeah.
Didn't we also like pick our brand colors like based off of like feeling, like the orange, like it's like a warm feeling.
Yeah.
like
Color
happy
theory.
colors. Yeah.
Yep.
So I feel like
Happiness.
there's a lot of little things that go into it too.
Yeah.
So people ask why we decided to go with a dog for our logo, and if for those of you guys that don't know, Pochi is a really popular Japanese dog name or pet name. Just
I
in
didn't even
general.
know
I
that.
didn't know that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always wondered like what is like why is it Pochi?
Yeah.
Like does it just sound like
We always
Cool.
get that question, and we always get asked,
Yeah, I
like,
never-
what
I
does
never know
Pochi
what to tell
mean, or
people.
like, where did that name come from?
Yeah. So the original owner thought the name was really cute, and that's
so
it.
it's a typical dog name.
I
It's a
think well,
typical dog
so
name.
we hear. I think that's
for
how the story
yeah,
goes.
in Japan. It's pretty typical pet name. So the original owner liked it so much, he just said, "Okay, I'm gonna name it that." But there was nothing in the logo, nothing in the brand that kind of signified that. So we're like, well, we're rebranding, so why don't we just embrace it? Like everybody
Yeah.
knows Pochi, why don't we just embrace what it was actually meant for? So we kind of
Interesting.
took the well, we have 3 dogs, so we kind of took personalities from each one of them. You guys will see we have a Shiba, so that's where the kind of Shiba kind of look comes from. We have a couple logo designs. One of them is where the head tilts. Our German Shepherd has a head tilt that she always does. And then just a kind of happy, derpy looky face is from our mini Aussie, because she's just kind of derpy happy sometimes. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we're dog lovers, so it just made sense.
yeah.
They're
And I
part
mean,
of
that's
the family.
part, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. That's part of
And
the
since
experience.
Shibas are like Japanese dogs, anyways,
It was like
having the
perfect.
Shiba look. Some people mistaking it for a corgi too,
Yeah.
which is totally fine because it's not distinctly like a Shiba or anything. It's just
There's-
we wanted a happy dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever resonates with you.
Exactly.
Right. There've been whole arguments about our logo if it's a Shiba or
Or
a
a corgi.
corgi. I've had people
Whatever
literally
your heart
ask.
desires,
Yep.
it shall be.
And you get, I mean, you two are from Kirkland. The idea with our main wall there when you enter is the dog is there to greet you,
Oh yeah.
right? Because what happens if you have a dog? One of the first things you do when you get home, your puppy's
Just
there to
running
say
to the
hi.
door.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Aw.
that's kind of the idea that we wanted is right when you walk into the entrance is Pochi's there to greet you.
Yeah, like how welcoming is it to have your dog greet you when you come home? You know, so it's like
Better than a person.
They love you
A
regardless.
dog is the best.
exactly.
This
So,
is
like,
coming from a person
Yeah.
over here, Sai, who just got a little puppy at home.
Yay.
Yes.
When I say little, like a 16,
gosh.
17 pound.
Oh, he's 23 pounds.
Oh my god.
He's bigger.
It's bigger than my dog.
Yeah, already.
Wow.
Yeah,
Aw,
I got
can't
him at
wait.
16 pounds like
Wow.
2.5 weeks ago. Now he's 23.
How big is he gonna grow?
Probably a little like 110, 120.
Dang.
Purebred.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to mess with Sai with her
Uh-uh.
Doberman.
No.
She's got scary dog privilege.
Yep.
Yes, I'll bring him later.
So that's all part of branding, kind of circling back. That's kind of all part of branding is just, what kind of, how the public perceives you, how your customers kind of help. We kind of develop a way for our customers to perceive us either through our color schemes, our logos, or designs. and our customer service. You guys, the three of you are, well, we're missing one person.
Val.
Val, yeah. So with Val missing, I mean, the four of you ladies are the ones in charge of marketing. You guys are our marketing team. So what would you guys say is the biggest difference between branding and marketing?
I mean, for marketing, I feel like its main purpose is to really sell and attract customers, I would say. Branding is more like an establishment of, I don't know, like establishing a brand into the recognition of the public, like making an iconic presence that people aren't going to forget, rather than just trying to like peddle off products or try to make money. It's something that's more long lasting, I would say, and kind of goes beyond like the lifespan of the brand itself, you know?
I feel like that was really spot on. So.
It was.
That was
spot
really
on.
good.
Thank you.
That was really good.
Yeah. I mean, marketing literally is like the promotion aspect of it, right? And then branding,
I feel like branding
is
is
a
like the
story.
bigger picture, kind of.
I think, well, branding is kind of it's a marketing practice. So I think branding falls within marketing. Marketing, a lot of what people think marketing is like pushing ads, pushing content out there. And that's kind of like, again, pushing, right? Getting people to come to you. I think branding is more of a pull because you create things
Like
that
that.
make people like, that draw people in, like people are drawn into that. What's it called when you're pulling people that are not necessarily can relate, but
In alignment with
in alignment, yeah, can identify with your kind of core beliefs and stuff.
I feel like that develops like brand loyalty too,
yeah.
and things like our stars program, like our
Yeah.
loyalty program, kind of in like pulls people to like resonate with us and like why
Yeah.
should they keep coming back?
I feel like branding is kind of like leadership, because a good leader, like in order for somebody to follow them, they have to have like really good vision, you know, and like a direction, and they have to be somebody that you want to follow. And I feel like brand is like that for a company.
Yeah.
It's like it's a brand is something that, like, having a really good brand makes people want to follow them and be loyal, right? And people want to follow and get behind something that they can connect with and really can get behind.
True.
So what are some of your guys' favorite brands?
I think we were talking about Lululemon earlier.
Yeah, we were. That was like
I
the first
mean,
thing that
yeah,
came into
I
my
feel
head.
like it's so, I guess, not basic, but everyone could probably say that
It's
they
very
would-
popular.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a very popular, trendy,
I feel like,
reliable brand.
yeah, I feel like that's a good example of a brand that people like contribute to, like, and I don't know, they're proud to show it off, basically. And like some of these brands are like a symbol of status in some ways, and if you're showing the public that you're involved in the brand in some way, then you earn some sort of credibility, or I don't know, you earn a spot higher up in
Yeah.
social
true.
circles or what be it. But I don't know, I think in regards with our brand, and like I think people are also very proud to show it off, just in the same way as posting on social media that they're at Pochi's. I feel like that's a good way to get both our name out there, but it also shows the people that they follow that, oh, like they're at this cool spot, like they must be cool themselves, or it's something that they're kind of trying to attain themselves, you know?
True, because social media plays like such a huge part in showing off like your social status and all that kind of thing. But like as far as like brands like Lululemon too, I feel like they also have good qualities of the brand, like the quality of the material, and like they also try to do things that are better for the environment, quote unquote. Like
The hype has,
yeah,
like,
there's different.
there's
hypes
factors
that
behind
help.
it. There's a reason why
Yeah.
they're popular, and that's why people follow it.
I guess at the
Yeah.
most basic level is like you have to have a good product still.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just have to-
absolutely.
yep. in order for it to go viral and trend and for a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people to like it.
Well, here's
Like,
the
it's
thing too.
popular
It's
for a reason.
consistent, right? Like Lululemon is consistent. Think of other brands like Apple; they're consistent.
Yeah.
Like Apple's not even the best phones you can get.
I know.
No.
And
They're-
there's so many of their competitors are like, look what this Samsung can do that's 10 times better than
Yeah.
Apple. And people don't
But
care.
people are
'Cause
absolutely
it's
loyal
Apple.
to Apple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's funny?
It's
What I love
crazy.
about Apple too is Apple, the logo is literally an apple.
It is what it is.
It's had nothing to do with tech at all.
Yeah.
It's literally an apple.
Trying to
it's
remember like my first Apple iPhone.
I had like an iPod,
I
Yeah.
had an iPod too, way back in the day.
and I've never given it up on it since.
And they've also
Look where we
expanded
are
so
now.
much. Like, didn't they start with just like, iPods, iPhones? Now they have headphones.
Laptops,
Yeah.
desktops,
Mhm.
watches,
So
pencils.
adding variety,
I don't know.
I feel like it just makes the brand even stronger.
Yeah. And like you were saying, it doesn't even have to be the very best product
No.
out there.
It's just the fact that the brand's already developed and now they put out a new product.
Yep.
But they're
People will
consistent,
eat
though,
it
right?
up.
They're still consistent. So they may not be like the newest high tech product out there, but their product is
You can
consistent.
trust that it's going to
Exactly. When you
pretty
get an
good.
iPhone, whether it's an iPhone like I think I still have the 11, or what's out now, 14.
be. Yeah.
Something like that.
You know what you're gonna get into.
Yeah.
So I think that's
You
what
know
we-
that your 11 is going to start acting up, being slower.
That's true. That's true.
It's a
Tech
sign.
problems.
But then people keep repurchasing even after that.
Yep.
So
Well, I mean, Apple is one of our benchmarks. Not that your old drinks are gonna. Well, I mean, you don't keep your old drinks, so they are gonna go bad. But like, I know the consistency is what we really strive for, and occasionally we have new hires and we have new people that kind of mess things up, and we're human, so things do kind of like fall between the cracks, and we try to catch that as quick as possible. But Apple being one of our benchmarks is what's nice about that is consistency is kind of like something that we really work hard towards like achieving all the time.
Are
And
there
the
other brands that
What's that?
are there other brands that we kind of like?
Starbucks.
Starbucks, right?
So Apple and
Yeah.
Starbucks and McDonald's, those three. Starbucks because Starbucks is kind of like the third home, right? That was their initial.
Yeah, I
launch.
literally just did a report on that, like
Nice.
titled
Yeah.
"The Third Home."
Nice.
And it was about
Wow.
how Starbucks.
So now you're gonna
Okay,
understand this a
yeah.
little bit
Crazy.
more. So Starbucks has always kind of failed to reach a certain demographic, right? They've been able to reach like the more professional demographic, the coffee people and stuff who want to work at Starbucks. And that third home was the way they did that. Well, we kind of used that same idea, but we're reaching a different demographic of people. We're reaching younger people. We're reaching a little bit older sometimes.
Families.
It varies
Families.
with the store location as well.
Mm-hmm. So it's like if you don't want to be home and if you don't want to be at school, hang out here.
Yeah.
We've had people come here, just pull out their laptops and play video games or do their homework.
Yeah, that's like Kirkland. I feel like when like some of our busiest hours is when school gets out, and then everyone comes in. Some people will stay, work on homework or whatever.
And it's really cool, right? And then there's some nights where it's just, I mean, you guys remember when you were back here in Lynnwood, some nights it would just seem like a party here.
Yeah, I feel like personally I never went to study. It was just like,
Yeah,
all right,
me
let's,
neither.
let's all like pack in the car and drive to Pochi.
Yep.
an after game special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So I know that's something that I know that I'm personally proud of is that we've been able to kind of develop our brand, and you guys have done an amazing job with the content that goes out, kind of sharing what our brand is all about.
Yeah.
And like I said, that consistency is kind of like has played into it too.
And I have to say though, because we weren't always the ones doing the social media, it was actually Ralph.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Okay,
that's why the
okay.
photos weren't always so great.
But here's the thing, and this is why consistency is so important. And I think evolving with your company, with your brand as well over time is important because it doesn't have to be picture perfect right away.
For sure.
I think the customer service experience is really important right off the bat, just because those are your customers. Like taking care of them is really important. And when we first took over Pochi, we had zero presence on Instagram. Like zero.
Yeah.
Zero. Like we started
Was there
the
an
Instagram.
Oh, there wasn't an
Yeah,
existing.
we started our Instagram
Yeah,
account.
we started that Instagram account with like the same 30 followers liking all of our stuff. And like we would do giveaways and it's the same 5 people entering. So it's like we literally started with 0, and it didn't have to be the best looking photos, but it represented who we were at the time. And Ralph was really good at being very consistent and posting all the time consistently for like a year straight before we even got any traction on Instagram. And when we did start to get the traction on Instagram, then it kind of like snowballed from there, and it really grew from there. And we were able to like improve it and get better at it, but it didn't start
Takes
off.
time.
Yeah, it takes time and the journey to get there, but we were able to evolve over time. Our pictures got better, so did the updates in the store. The store got better, our customer service experience got better. So as we went further into Pochi over the years, everything just got better and better, and our branding showed that and reflected that too, which is really cool.
Yep. I know, like, we talked about like the hype of Lululemon just a bit ago, and there are some stores that are more hype, right? Like some hype stores that come through. I think that's something that we've never really went into, and I think that's actually played, like, we stay in that lane of we're not a hype store, right? We're kind of like a tried and true, a comfortable place.
We're not a trend.
We're not a trend, right?
Here to stay.
Yep.
There are
We're-
other bubble tea places too that do take that route.
Yep.
Of like hype being like the hype store, the trendy store. I mean, I feel like people still come to our store because word does get around and people do still think it's cool, but
Yep.
our like main focus and roots of the brand are more like family, comfortability.
Comfortability, stability, right? Like someplace you're going to be comfortable and welcome. I think like, yeah, and for the stores that are more like hype stores, like more power to them. That's not easy because trends change.
Oh
So
yeah.
as soon as the trends change, they have to not only stick with it, but they have to be like aware of what's going to happen next.
Adapt.
That's hard,
Yeah.
right? That in and of itself is really hard. So more props to those guys, those boba stores that are more hype stores, because that's an uphill battle. For us, our uphill battle is a little bit different. How do we stay, relevant as a tried and true store? How do we stay relevant as a store, as a company that is everybody has known for a while and can still feel comfortable coming here?
Yeah, especially with all the boba shops popping up now.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's a thing
like
now. It's everywhere.
Boba in general has become a trend. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, what I think one of our most outstanding, and it's not a huge, like, it's not hard to do. Well, maybe I should take that back. Maybe it is. One of the things I'm really proud of with both stores and soon to be our third store is the level of customer care, not just service, but like customer care. Customers are greeted when they come in a very happy way. All our customers are taken care of, and like, you don't always get that. Not just in boba shops, but in general, like customer service seems to kind of be going out the window right now. I'm just really happy to see like how much everybody in our team cares for our customers. But yeah. Anyways, I think we'll wrap that up for now. And then we'll catch everybody on the next episode. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.